Through asterisk before, it's not going to come back randomly out of nowhere. So just, yeah.
Here with the next step, because you added this already. What we could do is have you undo that, or you can just watch it. Yeah, so this one, it's in here. You filled that one out, you made a selection on it, so hold all of that in.
Okay, so all those
So
smart
just
links
watch
already
it.
inserted.
You were good, so the next step you will be able to do.
Show you that in a second. Is the cool way to do it is the other way, but I'll show you that. So after you're done with your walk card, just press F2. It's going to take you to your yellow background. Like I said, yellow is only pick one option. So think of it like yellow banana, yellow, just select one option. So click on where it says Visit Diagnosis and Orders. Actually, before you do that, you notice that it says refreshable and editable. The difference between the two is that if you pick a refreshable link, as you're hitting refresh on your, or as the information is updated inside the chart, it'll update the note for you if it's a refreshable link. If it's editable, that means you can just right click on it and just edit it like you normally would. As you start getting more proficient with this, or if you can use this all, it's all to you if you wanted to, you'll start noticing the difference between the two. But right now, I'm just going to click on the one that says refreshable, and then left click, right click. It's going to give me all my information. I'm just going to press F2 to see if there's any other options available. Not help. And once that's complete, I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Right under where it says MDM, I'm going to press the Enter key 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to get some blank space. So, after you're done with this, let's say you want to actually document more information in your own, like you want a free text information. Or let's say you have a note that you already have saved and you actually want to save this information. I'm going to show you how to create your own smart text. Oh, sorry, smart phrase, excuse me. Just think of it as a phrase. So let's say there's a note you always use over a course of time with the same type of patient. So start typing your note. Patient, something for headache, upset stomach, and then you get into indigestion or acid reflux, I don't know. Okay. Well, let's say you have a situation, you have a bunch of Word documents that you always use for your notes. You start typing them up. What you can do is actually save these so you don't ever have to type them ever again in longhand, or if you just want to edit them as you go. It's going to go to your point that you were making before about how to make different models. So what you can do is, there's 2 ways you can enter it, but for the test, I'm going to show you the long way so you know how to do it. After you type your phrase, you highlight it. After you highlight it, you're going to take your mouse and go up to this smart toolbar right here. It's your smart toolbar. Anytime you see this, that means you can do everything I just showed you, or add your own smart phrases inside this note. You're going to click the plus sign right next to that. So once you click the plus sign, it's going to take us to our smart phrase editor. Our good old friend the hard stop is back, which means you have to name this. It's not optional. You have to make a name for it. We recommend you putting your initials first and the type of note that you're going to name it. It's going to be like a Twitter handle, so there's no spaces. It's going to be like one straight sentence. So because it's like my headache note, I'll put my initials, which is SB, headache. Make sure you name it something unique, because if you try to name it the same thing, it will take it, and it's going to have a situation where you'll have multiple things named the same exact way. That's why we always put stress on your initials first so you can actually find it. After you name it, what you can do is from here, just press accept. After this highlight, just hit enter twice just to get there. There are 2 ways you can actually get this information on your note back into your note. Get your smart phrase into your note. You can either press the period on your keyboard and type in what you just named it, which would be your initials and headache. So, example, SB headache. It's going to pop up right here. Just press enter and it goes in. Or, if you start making a whole slew of smart phrases, you forget the name of them, because that might happen. This little guy right here, next to this plus sign called the butler. This little guy with a question mark. You click on that box right here, it's going to give you a list of all the smart phrases you created. Right next to it. You start going smart phrase happy and start making paragraphs and pages with the notes. You'll always be able to remember how to find it. After you're done with that, you just hit like add in text or add in close. It's going to populate right there. Everybody got that?
Can you use other people's smart phrases as well?
You can use it as far as when you share them with them. So if they share them with you. So for example, if you click on this plus sign right here, you go to where it says owners and users. Let's say that's my name, but in real life it'll be your name. If you want to start copying and sharing smart phrases with each other, you just put them as a user. Because if you put them as an owner, what's going to happen is they'll be able to edit the same one you've made. So let's say you make a really cool extensive note that you don't want anybody touching, and you add me to it, and I start making changes to yours, it's going to change the way yours looks up as well. So you would make them a user, just so they can come in and then edit their own version of it and not worry about taking yours. That's how you share them. So a lot of people doing that during Go Live because a lot of directors were making these crazy long, really cool notes that they wanted everyone to use because they were hitting everybody. So yeah, that's how you do it. Does anybody have any questions about notes? All right, the last thing I'm going to show you before we go into the process of actually practicing this, we have smart text. A smart text is going to be a pre-made template of notes that you have inside of Epic. Based on your specialty, you can search for them using the 3 letters of what you're looking for and the 3 letters of specialty. So for example, if you're looking for like a visit note or a visit type, you just type in A and B. And then let's say we're looking for a nurse visit. Type in A and B, NUR, and then press enter inside the smart text box. It's going to give us a list of options we can select from templates of notes. So I want to select the HHC and nurse visit note template. After I type it in, I click on it, I hit accept. It's going to give me the nurse visit template right below everything I was doing. If you just want to look up ambulatory notes, you can always just type in A and B and you'll see every ambulatory note inside of Epic. It's like a template you're making for yourself. Sorry, that it's already pre-made inside of Epic. Same concept, all you would do is F2, you'll start finding the information that's inside of your note to go through it. So it says link right here, link last blood pressure, link respiratory, link pulse, left click, right click, links all the information right below it. It takes me right down to my wall card, and then plan up here. After you're done filling out all that information, of course you're ready to sign your note. Now at the bottom you'll notice right here it says sign and closing counter. You'll see pen on saving note and side on saving note. The difference between the two is pen on saving note means it's going to pen this note based on you, your credentials. So if you're pending it, nothing can happen to this visit because they're waiting for you to actually sign this note. Never hit pen unless you absolutely have to, unless you're notified to do so by your manager. The one that's going to default to is going to be sign and closing counter because that's the one that's recommended because after you're done, the nurse has to do more work. The nurse has to document her notes or his notes. So it's saying that the note won't be signed until the encounter has been closed. Sign on saving note. If you think you are the best note writer in the world, you have no mistakes and no issues with your note, once you leave this section, the note's going to be signed. You can still go inside of it and edit it if you want to, like creating an addendum or edit it, but it's going to be an addendum note. It's going to document that. You can still do it, but like I said, it's best to keep it at sign and closing counter unless you guys are notified otherwise. Everybody got that? After you do sign and closing counter, press accept, and if you did everything correctly, all your smart phrases are complete. All your wild cards are complete. Your note should look like this. If not, I don't know what to say. What questions do you have on notes, if any? So what I'm gonna have you do right now is from page number 23, which is where writing notes starts. I'm gonna have you